Blockbuster trade proposal: Eagles swap A.J. Brown for speed, pass rush and future assets. Good afternoon, football fans, and welcome to our deep dive into the most controversial trade proposal hitting the NFL rumor mill right now. The Philadelphia Eagles, a team mired in a surprising run of midseason struggles and internal drama, are at the center of a blockbuster hypothetical trade that would see them move on from one of their biggest offensive stars, wide receiver A.J. Brown. The sensational proposal, first floated by NFL analysts, suggests the Eagles would trade Brown to the Indianapolis Colts in exchange for a promising, young deep threat receiver, a former first-round defensive end, and additional draft capital. The core trade proposal: Brown to the Colts. The trade package is as follows. The Philadelphia Eagles would send A.J. Brown. In return from the Indianapolis Colts, the Eagles would receive Alec Pierce, the NFL's top deep threat to Paye, the first round a 2026 third-round draft pick, draft asset. This proposed transaction is not based on actual reporting that a trade is imminent, but rather a compelling pitch designed to solve several of the Eagles' most pressing roster and locker room issues while also offering the Colts a genuine offensive centerpiece for their unexpected playoff push. 2. The Eagles' motivation beyond the field. Why would the Eagles, a team that acquired A.J. Brown in a high-profile trade in 2022 and subsequently signed him to a massive extension, even consider moving their top receiver? The answer lies in two main areas: team dynamics and roster needs. 1. The A.J. Brown drama factor. Despite his elite production, including setting the franchise record for receiving yards in his first season, Brown has been the subject of persistent drama. Recent weeks have seen cryptic social media posts, questionable quotes regarding team meetings, and widely publicized sideline spats with quarterback Jalen Hurts. While the team has publicly downplayed the issues, the optics of Brown's apparent discontent during a losing streak have raised questions about his long-term fit in the locker room. This proposed trade offers general manager Howie Roseman an addition by subtraction opportunity to quell the noise. 2. Addressing roster deficiencies. Perhaps more importantly, the Eagles have major needs on defense, particularly in the pass rush department. They have struggled to consistently generate pressure, especially from their younger edge rushers. This trade directly addresses that by bringing in a proven commodity. 3. The return: Alec Pierce and Paye. The players coming back to Philadelphia, Alec Pierce and Paye, are the keys to this proposal and are designed to solve the Eagles' needs. Alec Pierce, the deep threat, who he is a 6'3", 211-pound receiver selected by the Colts in the second round of the 2022 draft. Why he fits: Pierce is known for his genuine, elite speed, averaging a massive 19.9 yards per reception in the current season and leading the NFL in yards per catch last year. The Eagles' offense has often lacked a consistent, reliable vertical threat who can take the top off a defense and stretch the field. While Pierce is not the all-around number one receiver Brown is, he is a premier field stretcher who can elevate Jalen Hurts' deep passing game and complement Devonta Smith's route running. Paye, the first-round edge rusher who he is a 2021 first-round pick, 21st overall, out of Michigan. Why he fits: Paye is an ascending, high-motor defensive end. He has been a solid starter for the Colts, bringing explosiveness and high-end potential off the edge. For the Eagles, who place a premium on controlling the line of scrimmage, Paye would immediately step into a key role in the defensive line rotation. Analysts have even drawn comparisons between Paye's collegiate traits and those of Eagles veteran Brandon Graham, suggesting he could be a long-term anchor for their defensive front. 4. The financial and practical headaches. While the football side of this trade is compelling, the practical hurdles are immense. 1. The dead cap issue. The biggest obstacle is A.J. Brown's contract. The Eagles gave him a 4-year, $100 million extension which included heavy guaranteed money. Trading him now would trigger a massive amount of dead money. Reports suggest this figure could be in the range of over $50 million in accelerated future salary cap charges. This extreme financial hit is precisely why most league insiders believe the Eagles would only seriously entertain trading Brown after the current season, when the financial restructuring would be less punitive. 2. Replacing production. No matter the return, replacing a talent like A.J. Brown, a receiver capable of an elite 1,400-yard season, is impossible. While Pierce and Paye bring value to positions of need, the Eagles' offense would undoubtedly lose its gravitational pull and the security blanket Brown provides for Jalen Hurts in critical downs. The Colts angle. For the Indianapolis Colts, the motivation is clear: they are suddenly legitimate playoff contenders in the AFC South. Trading for Brown would instantly give them a top-5 receiver, dramatically boosting their offense and signal a win-now mentality to the locker room and their fanbase. They have the draft capital and a young, ascending roster that could absorb the loss of two good, but not elite, players for an offensive superstar. Conclusion. In summary, this trade proposal is a fascinating study in NFL roster construction. It's a classic move of selling a superstar at his lowest personal value to address fundamental team flaws. The Eagles would sacrifice generational offensive talent and incur a monstrous financial cost to gain elite vertical speed, a much-needed long-term defensive end, and, perhaps most valuable of all, peace in their complicated locker room. While unlikely to happen before the trade deadline due to the dead cap number, the fact that such a trade is even being discussed underscores the growing tension surrounding A.J. Brown in Philadelphia.